Good evening, everyone. My name is Garuba Fizolumide. Welcome back from that short break. So sorry we had an issue with the network, and definitely we must do this show today because we promised that we're going to hold this show today. Definitely is going to hold. But I just pray just on the other hand also have a good network from their own end too. So if you are just joining Bafizolum once again, I'm your host on this podcast session. It's a talk show where we are going to be hosting some of our youth in the Agric space to come and talk to us about the roles of youth in attaining food security in our nation. Yes, I was saying the other time that yes, it's obvious and everybody will agree with me that currently we are facing what we call food security in our nation. And definitely, I do say this every time that yes, food security should be everybody's concern. It's not just for the aged, it's not just for the practicing farmer, it's not just for the youth alone. Everybody should be concerned about what we call food security in our nation. And that is why we are going to be talking to some of our youth. And why are we doing that? Tomorrow is going to be the International Youth Day, which is August 12th. Every year we celebrate that in our country. And let me say, it's even international, not just our country alone. And that is why we are bringing in some of our youth in their good space to come and talk to us about what are the roles, what are the and the things youth can do to attain food security in our nation. And to also let you know, food security is not just only affecting us in Nigeria. It is like a global issue that we all need to look into and see how we can solve the problem together. And that is why we are talking to some of our youth that are in a good space to come on board. Yes, we need to put our resources together. We need to put our technology together. We need to put everything that we have together so that we'll be able to see how we can attain what we call food security in our nation. Yes, we will be waiting for our guests at the back end so that they'll be able to join us and give us some of the insight that we need to have when it comes to food security in our nation. And so they will be talking to us about the roles of youth in attaining food security in our nation. And that's what we'll be looking at today. So sorry, we expect to have a seamless discussion, but we can't predict the network. So the network is really misbehaving where we are now. So we just hope that our guests will be able to join us from the other hand. They will be able to have a seamless discussion about what are the roles of youth in attaining food security in our nation. What we just want to do is just please keep helping us to share this video, keep helping us to like and keep reacting on this video, so that we'll be able to have enough views and people to be able to engage more on this show. Yes, my name is Gadu Afis Olumide once again. When it comes to agriculture, that is what I do. I love farming because I'm also a farmer as well. So I need to see, we need to see how we can put resources together and let our youth know what are their roles and what are the things they can do in attaining food security in our nation. Yes, we hope our guests will be able to join us from the back end, and let's see what we have. I think we are having issue with the network, but definitely we are going to do something with it. Yes, in case you are just joining us, this is Voice of the Farmer, where we celebrate, educate, and promote farmers. So sorry, it's something that we just need to deal with because it's really affecting, and we need to see what we can do just to make sure we get this show done. Yes, the network is not really smiling at all here, but we pray everything will go smoothly as we plan. So while we are waiting for our guests to join us at the back end there, yes, we have different meanings, we have different definitions to what we call food security in our nation. Some people when you ask them what is food security, even at some point I've had some definitions saying food security means people that secure food. I was like, what happened? Is it because you saw security that was what made you to say it is people that secure food? Everybody have different definitions to what we call food security in our nation. And I want to believe we have some of our hosts, some of our guests at the back end. Let's see what we can have from this show. And if it doesn't work, maybe some other time or maybe tomorrow, we'll look at how we can host them again tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning very early. But let's see from the back end there if they can join us from the back end. And if they cannot, we'll just see. Because we are just trying in our own way to see how we can commemorate and celebrate the International Youth Day. But the network is not really, is messing up a big time. So I think we have one of them at the back end here. Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you now. Good evening.
All right. Yeah, good
Yes.
evening,
So sorry. Yeah.
Olumide.
So sorry. I know the network is not really too good. Even myself, the one I have here is not too good at all. So we just need to manage what we have here. So we'll be expecting the other guests to join us as well. But while you are here, let's us just have that conversation and let's see what we can do. Now, the topic we are looking at today is talking about the role of youth in attaining food security in our nation. Tomorrow is going to be International Youth Day, and that means our youth is celebrated all over the world. It's an international event, not just for Nigeria, not just for Ghana. It is something that is going to be done internationally. So now, let me just, for the sake of people that are meeting you for the first time, I know your caption is showing your name already, but definitely we want you to introduce yourself to people watching us out there. So, Mr. Steven, please introduce yourself to people watching us out there.
Uh, Good day, viewers. From wherever you're watching us this evening, it's evening here in Nigeria. So from wherever you're watching us, good day. I'm Stephen Popola, the founder of Agro Optimizer. Uh, I am an economist. I am a farmer, and I'm also an agri-tech practitioner. Uh, we actually make use of satellite for crop and feed monitoring, and we're also into agri-businesses. So practically, we are on the feed of agriculture, seeing that food productivity actually increase sustainably. So if
Oh, thank you
that's
very
that's a
much,
bit
Mr.
of me, you can actually know for now.
Okay, yes, thank you very much, Mr. Steven. I quite understand what you said. Everything you are saying is still revolving around agriculture. That shows you are a practicing farmer. So we have another person with us. That is our guest, second guest, which is Mr. Emeka Christian. I want to believe he's hearing us very well now. So, Mr. Emeka, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, listeners. Good evening from Nigeria. My name is Emeka Christian, as he has rightly introduced me. I am a vegetable farmer. As a matter of fact, I cultivate vegetables, tomatoes, cucumber, watermelon, and the rest of them. So I am also a trainer, as my data here reads. I train people in, vegetable farming. So at the moment, I work as an agricultural extension officer with Coach 99 Agricultural Assist Company here in Lagos. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you very much. We are going to really make this brief because the network is not too good here at all. But we need to just do this just to commemorate the International Youth Day. So I'll be going straight to Mr. Stephen Pokola. We all have different definitions to what we call food security in our nation because what we're looking at today is talking about the role of our youth in attaining food security in our nation. So to you, I will put it straight to you. What does food security mean to you?
All right, just as we have said, trying to manage our time. Basically, what I will call food security is making food available and affordable to even an average man, like making it
Yeah.
available and affordable. So once that has been achieved, then we can say, yeah, there is actually food security. That is, our food is secured, availability
Mm,
and affordability for an
mm,
average
mm,
man.
mm, Thank you very much
So
for that
that is my
short word. You
definition
said
of food
availability.
security.
Okay, you said it's availability of food to an average man. Everybody should be able to have access to food. Now, let me go straight to Mr. Emeka Christian. So, what does food security mean to you? I know you might have other definition to give to food security. So, what does it mean to you?
Yeah. Food security in simple terms means having enough food to eat and being able to access nutritious food regularly. So, as Mr. Kukola has earlier on mentioned,
Mm,
he speaks to availability of food, accessibility of food, utilization of food, and stability of food. Availability,
mm.
accessibility, utilization, and stability of food in the market. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. I quite understand that all of us are tired and probably the network is even frustrating as well. But notwithstanding, we just need to do this because looking at three of us, all of us are youths. Yes, that is it. It is obvious, and
Yeah.
we are the key stakeholders in this information. We are the key stakeholders in this celebration, and that is why no matter how tired we are, we must come up with this show. Because myself, I moved from Badagry to Ibadan today, and I'm very sure Mr. Steven is also on transit too. Likewise, Mr. Erika as well. So we have just been doing one or two things just to make sure that yes, we have our what we call food security in our nation, but it's just a sacrifice. We just need to do it. Now, let me just go straight to ourselves. Now, that is Mr. Stephen. Now, what role do you think our youth can play in attaining food security? Now, let me say it like this. It is obvious, and we all agree with me that currently now we are facing what we call food insecurity because all the criteria that you guys mentioned, they're talking about availability, they're talking about affordability, they're talking about accessibility, you are even talking about nutrition, like getting more nutrient from what you are buying. I'm not